Hello, my wondrous humans. I haven't done this for a very long time, and I promised myself that I was going to do more on role-playing game publishing because that's a part of RPG that I like very, very much. I've done it many times. I've published games in Spain several times. I've published games in English. I've helped an awful lot of people publish their games, and I am very passionate about it. Okay, cartography. Let's talk about cartography. Firstly, I want to stress one thing. If you like cartography, if you're making maps, it doesn't matter what tool you're using to make your maps, whether it is incarnate, you creating them by hand from scratch, or you're using something like campaign cartographer or anything at all like that, Arkenforge, you're a cartographer. You have to start thinking as a cartographer because otherwise your maps are not going to be the maps that you need them to be. That's as simple as that. When I say that, if you write, you're a writer. If you make art, you're an artist. If you make maps, you're a cartographer. That is because you need to think like one in order to create proper cartography. What we define with proper cartography is a different matter altogether because I don't think there is a consensus. Personally, I think anything that shows a space, whether it is a room, a region, a country, a continent, or a world, is a map, or a universe, or a solar system. That is a map. You are mapping something. So for me, what matters in a map are several things. Firstly, is clarity. I need to know where things truly and properly are. If you make everything too cram, then that map will be a lot less useful. If you don't make them equidistant, if they should be, if you don't reflect the distances properly, then I need to know how distances relate to each other. One thing that drives me absolutely potty, I kid you not, it really is one of my pet peeves, is when I see maps and they don't have a scale. Scales are very, very important. How far is 1 centimeter or 1 inch in your map? Is it going to be 1 kilometer, 5 kilometers, a meter, 20,000 meters, a light year? I need to know that because if I'm going to be making calculations as to how far things are going to be, how long is it going to take you to get from one place to another using any kind, any medium, I need to know. If I need to know how quick a fire is going to spread from one town to the next or one street to the next, I need to know how far things are going to be. So I'm begging you, include that. If you're going to commission the map to somebody else, either because you don't have the inclination or the time to do it, or simply it's just not your thing, the art direction needs to be consistent throughout. And when I say consistent, I don't mean identical. There is a language of variation in art direction that if you want me to, I can talk about in future videos. But it is important that they are cohesive, as in the styles match one with each other. So for example, if you're going to have a map where you have several towns and a few dungeons, it would be absolutely perfect to have the towns in the same style and the dungeons in the same style. If you make 5 different dungeons in 5 different styles, there would need to be a reason for that. Are they in different places? Are they different type of dungeons? Do they have a different feel to them? But those are the kind of things that you have to consider. So as I said, if you are going to do cartography, think like a cartographer. Be a cartographer, because a map is what's going to illustrate the space of your world, however big or small it may be, in the minds of your players and your GMs.